Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to share how I transfer my reference photo to Pastelmat paper. My name is Rachel Matum, I specialise in pastel paintings and I'm currently learning how to paint with acrylic and oils. Follow my journey as I progress through a variety of artworks, sharing my art tips along the way. Now let's begin. For those of you who prefer to do a bit of freestyle, then I would definitely recommend the Willow Charcoal. It looks like this here. It comes in different sizes in this little tin. It's really good. Basically, it's so easy to use on your Pastelmat paper. You could just go softly on it like that. And if you find that you're going wrong, you can get this kneadable art eraser. This one is a Faber and Castell one, and you can just knead it off just like that. You just do a bit of dabbing and just keep going until it completely disappears. So if you want to go freestyle, definitely I would recommend those two items there. You could also use this tool where you can measure. This is really handy. You can measure the distance, put it on there, and that is also a helpful tool if you struggle with proportions. So definitely recommend those there. When doing a pastel commission, or if you're beginning to drawing with pastels, I would recommend transferring your reference photo to the Pastelmat paper using carbon paper. It will speed up the process. You may find some people say that tracing is cheating, and I can honestly tell you it is not. I have created a variety of artworks with an immense amount of detail with layer upon layer of pastel work, which has taken over 30 to 40 hours of work over a period of weeks, and in some cases, months. This beginning part will help you get started on your pastel work as quickly as possible, which is especially important when doing commissions. So let's dive into how you transfer your reference photo to your Pastelmat paper. Today I'm using the number 6 Afrosite, sizes 24 to 30 centimeters. I do actually use the bigger size for my pastel paintings. I use 30 centimeter by 40, but for illustration purposes I'm going to use this one today. You're also going to need some artist tape. You want to have a pen, a pencil. If you do have one of these are really handy for pressing down on. You can use one of these, but a pen is perfectly fine to use. You also need a ruler. You want some carbon paper, and you get these off Amazon. Okay. Your reference photo, you can either have it like the way I've done it, or you can have a line image as well. So some people like to use the line art as a way to kind of like transfer their image. So it's really up to you what you want to do. You also want some kind of board to put your paper on. I've got this from my dad's garage. It's just some plasterboard. You could alternatively use one of these cutting mats if you've got one of those in the house. Any type of board that you can put the paper down on. So firstly, I'm going to add the artist tape to the actual paper, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. I'm going to show you two ways of putting this paper onto a board. So the first way is where you have a border. So if you want a border around your paper, then this is how you do it. You want to get yourself a ruler and just measure the distance that you want. Okay, so I'm just going to do 1 centimeter edge. Now I've just got myself a pencil, and I'm just going to mark along here where I want it to be. You probably won't be able to see my marks, but they are there. So do that on each corner. This takes longer than the other way of doing it, so sort of have a bit more patience regards to getting this right. There you go. So now we're going to get the tape, and I'm just going to follow the lines. Just want to get it's just past the length, and we're going to go where the line is there. Where the line is there, and I'm just keeping it up like that just for now, so I can see where the other line is. Okay, let me put it slightly further up. See, I'm going to do this bottom end there. Same thing. I'm just going to put it down. Oh, to go by this line, that line. I may have made it not quite right. There you go. That one. Just about see the lines. This stage you don't want to be pressing it down to the board. Then you bring in the other bits. You just get it in position where I want it. Now you can start pressing down. As you see, like that. Here you go. So you just press that down. Okay. So that's the first way of doing it. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the second way of doing it. The second way is really simple. You don't need a ruler or a pencil or anything like that. You just turn it over. Put a little bit on there. Sometimes you can take it further up, but I'm just going to do a little bit. You don't need to use it all. Let's see. I probably did it too long on this side, but keep going. That side. And at the top. So then you want to turn it over. And you want to get another piece of tape. And let me illustrate. It's not really showing very well on my camera, so let me do this one here. Actually, I'll do the top one. So basically you want to go right at the edge on top of the tape, so it's covering the tape. You pull down. I'll illustrate on this side so you can see a bit more clearly. So you've got, put it right on the edge, top of the tape, press down. So it means you're able to do the whole of the paper drawing. It's a very clever way of doing it. So let me bring that up a bit so you can see. Again, just down. Oh, let's make sure it's correct. There it goes, just like that. I'll finish it off the other side. Just like that. So you can see there, got it all around here. Okay, all around there. And that's how you do that part. So let's go on to the next bit. So the next stage is adding the carbon paper to the actual on top of the paper. Okay, now this one isn't quite big enough, but that's not, don't need to worry about that because I'm going to be putting it at this end. So try and get a carbon paper that's actually big enough. I bought ones that were too small. So, but normally I do like the bigger paper, so I use 2 of these on the bigger one. So I'm just going to take this down now. And you want the shiny part to face downward. So that's what's got the carbon on. So we're just going to put that down. Try and get it straight, Rach. That one. That down. I haven't done it too well, have I, level wise? Let's just do that. Okay, so then you want to put this one on top. So put your reference photo on top. Again, stick. And position it where you want it to be positioned. I'm positioning it slightly lower because I don't want I want a bit of space up there at the top. Headers. It means you have a bit of more background on this side. Not so essential. So let's do that. You just want to make sure it's securely down. Okay, so it's not going to move. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to get hold of your pen. Okay, alternatively, you can use one of those and then you can just go over. But today we're going to use the pen because then we know exactly where we've drawn, and we're just going to start going all around the outline. And this does take time, so you don't have to be perfect with every single bit. It's just to get an idea of the proportions. So I'm just going to go around here, around his hairline. I'm not going to go over every single detail. Just want to get the basic sort of shapes of layout where the proportions are. Just going to get some of the hairline, some of the shapes in there. As you can see, I'm not doing all of the hairlines. It's just to get an idea of where the main highlights are, stuff like that. So that would do for the hair. So then we're going to go around the ear. So just get where the shadows. Oh, I went a bit wrong there, didn't I? Let's go like that. I'm going to go round here. As you can see, there's a few wrinkles on the neck. I'm not going to include those. Ignoring those. That's the great thing about, doing drawings. You can make it look slightly different in some areas to make it look better. Okay, we're going around the jacket. And it's good using the pen because then you get an idea of where you've pressed down on. So we're just going around there. I'm just going to put where the main shadows are, an idea of where that is. Just around here, around the button. As you can see, I'm not going over everything. It's just the main areas of shadow. You can use white paper. Definitely recommend white carbon paper for any sort of light drawings that you're doing, because you'll find that the black you may not be able to cover with the actual pencils if you've done it on white paper. So definitely don't use the black on white paper, use white carbon paper instead. Okay, definitely recommend that. And you can use a mix of both. So if you find some areas are white, some areas are black, you can use a mix of white carbon paper and black. So start off with the black, do those areas, then add the other paper and do those areas. So you can see here, this is a light area, so I'm not actually gonna put the dark down there because it may see through if I put the light colors on. So we're just going to avoid that. We can put a few of the See, I'm not putting it everywhere, so it's really just to get an idea. Of where the nose is and stuff like that. Under here is usually quite difficult to know. So really I'm going over the shadow bits rather than any lighter bits. Going to put some around there. So around here it's quite light in that area, so I'm trying to and avoid going in the light areas. So just going over the darker bits because I don't want to ruin trying to put white down there. I want to get an idea of where the hair is around that area. So I'm going to make sure we know where this area is. We've got the top. I think we've done all those areas. So I think that's it with regards to knowing where everything is. Gives you a bit of an idea. So when we actually take it off, you can actually doubly check whether you've done everything correctly by just lifting the bottom end. So you just take a look like that, see if there's enough detail for you, and then you can just take the rest off, and then that's it. That's all done for you, and then you can get started on colouring. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful, and feel free to subscribe, like, comment, let me know your thoughts about transferring a reference photo onto Pastelmat paper using carbon paper. Do you think it's cheating? Do you think it really helps with your commissions? Let me know your thoughts. Love to know. Thank you for listening.